Hey y'all, it is me Zari, and I'm here today to finally do my review slash recap of the K-drama Tempted, or it was also called The Great Seducer. Yeah, I finished this drama about a couple weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago now. But yeah, I wanted to talk about it. I know I said I was going to try to do one for every single drama that I finished, and I really haven't been watching much because there's not been many that has interested me lately. I don't know why, but yeah, and then the ones that I did watch other than this one, I haven't finished them yet because I just I can't find myself to finish them. So if I do ever finish them, maybe I'll be able to do a review on that one, maybe not, I don't know. But today I am here for Tempted, so let's begin. So my last review of I'm Not a Robot was hella long. It was such a pain in the butt to edit. It was over 20 minutes long, and I just feel like I was rambling so much without really getting to the point. So this time I made a list of things that I wanted to talk about in general, certain categories that I wanted to go into, just so I could save time and not bore everybody to death when they're watching my review. So let's start with that. So I divided it into 4 categories: characters, plot, chemistry, and just overall feelings of the dramas, plus my rating that I'm going to give at the end. So let's just jump right into characters then. So the first character was Park Soo-young, aka Joy from Red Velvet. She played the character Tae, and I really enjoyed Tae at the very beginning of the drama. She seemed very like headstrong. She was very Miss Independent, you know. That was like the vibe I got from her. She didn't take no bullshit from nobody, no guys, which I really enjoyed from her. And she's super smart. She played a smart character. She was into architecture. And yeah, I just really like to see that. Her last drama that she did, Joy, was not my favorite. I didn't even end up finishing because of that. And her character cried like 10 times an episode, so it was such a relief to see such a change, that she was headstrong, she's independent, she's just a badass girl who just didn't take nothing from nobody. So I really enjoyed seeing that from the get-go in this drama. I will say, she, like I said, she was very independent and stuff, but when it came to Shion, she seemed like she didn't care. Like, it was just like everything that she had knew was like thrown out the window. She was very nice, too nice for her own good when it came to him. Like, she was really giving this man the benefit of the doubt multiple times, that I just would think that how she was with everyone else, she wouldn't act that way. But it was just, I just was like, sometimes it was like, sis, why are you even still here? Like, this man is obviously on some other bullshit. And I was just like, oh, I just wish that Joy would come through, that Tae that we saw at the beginning would come through. I will say that she did do what I wanted when she broke up with him the first time. And she told him, because she realized her dad's situation was hers, and she ended up ending things with her, but it didn't last long. She was back with him before we knew it. So I was just like, I was so upset about that. And we'll go into the plot a little bit later. But yeah, Tae, I definitely enjoyed her character, but there was some moments I just wanted to shake her, like, sis, he's playing you. I also put on my list that I was super ecstatic about Joy's acting. She really improved so much from her last drama. I really hope this doesn't discourage her to not continue acting because of the low ratingship on this drama, because I really thought she did such a great job. She improved so much from the last drama. I don't know, I just hope she continues to grow and finds even a better drama to continue with her acting in the future. So next on the list we have Do-hwan, played Kwon Si-yoon. And first and foremost, this man is all types of fine. Like, I had never heard of him before, never seen any of his dramas before. So, and it's funny because when I first got into learning about this drama, I was like, oh, Joy's in it, I have to watch it. That's my girl, that's my bias. So then we found out who the lead male was going to be, and I saw him, and me and one of my friends were like, he's so ugly. Like, oh my god, Joy, what is she gonna do? He's ugly, he's not gonna be good lead. We were just stressed about it, and as I saw the first episode, I was shook. I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? What was I on? This man is everything in a bag of chips. I'm here for it. Whatever he wants to do, I'm down for it. I'm going to be okay. And it was just, I just can't believe how fine he is. Like, I was just shook. That being said, I was a little, let's see, what's the right word? I was a little like kind of be like, okay, okay. His acting, I will say before I get into his character, his acting is phenomenal. Like his scenes where he's angry and he's crying and he's yelling, I was just like, oh baby, like if I didn't hate you so much, I wouldn't really care, you know. But speaking of hating him, his character was just a dick. It's just basically, simply put, he was a dick. I mean, the whole situation of this coming together with Euntae and him is just like, I have no idea. His loyalty to Suji and his friends, I just felt like was just, it was not measurable. It was like first world problems, like rich kid problems, and I just wasn't here for it. Like just the way he acted about things, like how he would say one thing to her and then another to his friends, like that stuff just does not slide with me. And especially when Joy is involved, I know she's this is not really happening to her, it's just character, but for me it was just like, Joy, like this man is playing you, like he is such a loser. I cannot, like, why do you even give this man the time of day? I just cannot. I will say his acting was so good though. At the beginning we all knew he was playing her, but as their relationship progressed, and it was before the first time, it was like, I think it was before the first time they had broke up, it was starting to get a little hard for me. I'm like, is he really playing her, or does he really like her now? Like his acting was that good. It was just like, I don't even know if he's like feeling Joy, or is he, this is just absolutely, I'm doing this for my friends. Because he had those moments where, like the one scene when she came out after he got her all the stuff for her apartment, and he came inside and he was like, oh my god, she looks kind of pretty. He was like, oh my god, what's wrong with me? I was like, oh my god, he really does like her. I can't tell if he's playing her. Like, so those were one of the moments that his acting was really good, that even me as a viewer, I couldn't tell if he was playing her or not, if he was serious. So I just want to give kudos to him for that. Again, I put on here too much loyalty to his friends. Like I said, these rich kid problems were so annoying to me. Like, oh my goodness, really, your mom has to marry? Oh my god, your dad is a criminal, so he's going to jail and you're upset? I mean, these rich kid problems, I did feel a little bad for his mom. His mom was sick. I think she had heart problems, I think it was. So he did have little like rich kid problems that everybody could understand. But I just feel like his loyalty to his friends, like they're just dramatics. It was just too much for me at some points, and I'm like, you guys obviously know you're terrible people. Why are you shocked when someone wants to go against you, or someone's not like you and you don't like that? I don't know, it just pissed me off how they were together as a group of friends. And when he started to separate himself from that, I was really happy for him. I was rooting for him, but it always seemed like he went back, and it was just like, what is he doing? This is not what I wanted. Another thing I put on here, I put pissed he did not say all the things at once. So there were so many shocking turns. It was just more reasons. That was one thing I didn't like. It was just more and more reasons for them to break up, get back together, break up. So the whole thing with their parents, which I mean, I really could care less about. I mean, I was just really into it. I was shook and shocked that they waited till the very last episode for him to be exposed about how their relationship came about. I hated that when he got back with her the second time, when she basically jumped in front of his car. I feel like that was the perfect time to tell her she was forgiving. You guys are forgiving each other. This is before they broke up for the third time. I just really felt like that would have been a good time to tell her. You could have, I mean, he was obviously that he loved her then. He was sure of his feelings then. I mean, I just don't understand why they made him wait to the end. I get the drama, but I just feel like that would have been the perfect time. He could have told her. Everything could have been okay, and I just feel like leaving it at the very last episode left so many, like, really, like, people wanted to see you be together as a normal, like, functioning couple, not at the last episode and we just see that you guys are hugging. I mean, like, what does that even mean? Does that mean you get back together? Does that mean that you guys have nobody in your life? Like, I just feel like it left too many unanswered questions, and if he would have told her earlier, we could have had all these 10+ episodes left in the season to see that. But I don't know, that was just a big pet peeve of mine that really made me upset. So to move along, I'm gonna go with these two characters together. Moon Ga-young played Cho Si-ji, and then Kim Min-jae played Seju. And Suji's character, I put bitch, victim, got her way too much, had it all and still wasn't enough. Listen, I get it. She had, I guess, mental issues. I'm not even sure if that was what they were trying to portray. but I just felt like she had gotten her way too much all of her life. So when she didn't and she couldn't have Sean, it just made things like worse. And I just feel like, boo-hoo, bitch. Like, I could care less. Like, really, I really could care less about her feelings, how she was upset, da-da-da-da-da-da. You have been friends with this guy for how many years, and now all of a sudden Tae comes along and now you like him. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that how it always goes? And then I just hate how she just made Tae just be this terrible person out of nowhere. She just picked him just because of the guy she was seeing that she really didn't even care about because she loved Shion, right? I just feel like the whole thing about how she picked Tae was stupid. She was annoying to me. Like, her dramatic scenes were really just like, give me a break. You want to play you a violin? Here's a violin to play some sad music for you, sis. Like, I don't know. I could care less. And then Seju's character, I put for him, seemed like the only level-headed one at first, which he did. He seemed like the lesser evil of Shion and Suji. And I was like, okay, cool. Maybe he is the level-headed friend. He's the one that can be like, okay, this is a little too mean. This is a little too evil. And at first, that's really what he seemed like. That was until he got to the towards the end. He was Suji's enabler. I put blinded by love and just kind of a mean person in general. I mean, they all were terrible, terrible people. But I think it meant more to me because, like I said, I thought he was more level-headed. He was Suji's enabler. He did whatever she wanted, when she wanted, how she wanted. He was always there when she needed him. I don't know, I just feel like he was blinded by love. He probably liked her way before this all happened, but like her, he didn't show it until somebody else, he saw that somebody else was interested or whatever. I don't know, I just felt like I just didn't like, I mean, I liked this character, but I didn't. I really love Min Jae, who played him, so it was kind of hard to not like him. But towards the end of the drama, I was just like, this fucking loser, like, I cannot stand him. He was very mean to Joy's best friend in the drama, Kyungju, I think her name was, and I really liked her as well. But yeah, I just wasn't really into like the mean group of friends. Like, that's not cool to me. That's never been like my thing, being mean to people for no reason. I couldn't get with that part. I get that they're trying to be like, oh, they're so popular, so cool and stuff, and they're rich or whatever, but I don't know, I just couldn't get with them as a group of friends. So the other characters, there were plenty of other characters. There were the parents, the friends, and then the daughter of that of the rich mom, the daughter. You know what I'm talking about. If you've seen the drama, you know what I'm talking about. And then there was who else? Suji's ex-boyfriend, and then Tae's, supposedly the guy that was Tae's first love, not Tae's first love, but Tae was his first love. I can't remember his name, and I didn't bother to write their names down because they really, I mean, I guess they were important to the drama, but the parents I really could care less about. I mean, they were important to the plot, and we're going to talk about that. But yeah, I just couldn't seem to really get with any of that situation. And I will say the only person I really did like besides the main group of people was, like I said, Tae's best friend Kyungju. She was really cute. She was really fun. She was a little quiet at some parts, like certain scenes, like when they were being mean to Joy, like that group of friends. I was like, why is she, if that was my best friend, and I would just be all up in their faces, they would not be saying this shit to her. But that's just me. But yeah, so I really liked her character as well. Okay, so plot wise, I know this movie was loosely based off of the movie Cruel Intentions with Reese Witherspoon. I know they never actually said that, but it was basically, had a lot of the same things. So I was expecting some of the plot. It was so funny because right before I heard about this drama, I had recently just watched it for the first time. So I was expecting some of the scenes to be just a little bit similar, and there definitely were some scenes that were similar. But I put on my notes, the plot was a bit messy. Like I said, and this will go into the pace of it, but it seems like things were stretched out just because they had to have a certain amount of episodes. And like I said earlier, I felt like the problem with him being exposed about how Tae and Shiyoon's relationship came about was just held up way too long to the very last episode, two episodes I believe, and it was just a bit much for me. I really felt like that could have been handled way sooner in the story, and I just didn't like that part at all, how it was like that. There were too many coincidences in this drama. Like I've seen so many dramas, I can't even think about how many dramas I've seen. So I understand that everyone's connected in some way in these dramas. That's always how it is. But this one just seemed like my baby mama, cousin, sister, and first removed cousin. I just feel like everybody seemed to be related in some reason, like had some type of connection with each other. The whole thing with the parents. Okay, let's break this down. Shiem's dad and Shiem's mom, they were married. She was sick. She died. But before she died, his dad was having an affair with Tae's mom. Okay, so now that Shiem's mom is dead, he has to get remarried, and he owns a big business. He's a CEO, director. So he gets married to Suji's mom, who's the head of the hospital she runs. She's a doctor. They get married. Shiem's dad still seeing Tae's mom, and I just felt like all this was just too much. Shiem's mom died on the way to go confront Tae's mom, and Tae got hit by her mom, but it wasn't his mom, it was Suji's mom. And I just was like, why is this unnecessary? This is just giving them reasons. I'll tell you why it's necessary. This is just giving them another reason to break up. Another reason to hold on the story, just stretch it out some more. And it was just too much for me. Like, honestly, you guys, I've never watched a drama where these people break up, get back together, break up, get back together, break up, get back together, break up, and then maybe get back together at the end of the drama. I don't even know. We don't even know. And speaking of the making up, they broke up and made up too easily. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. The things that I made them get back together, I just couldn't. Like, all this stuff was simple things, and I know that's how it is for some people in their life. But Jesus, I was just like, pick one and stick to it. If you break up, I'm happy. If you get back together, I'm happy. Just fix it. Like, I just felt like it was just all too much for me, and I was just like, I cannot. I put on here, very dramatic at some points, that it was annoying. Like the whole Suji's mom thing with the pills, and then Suji with the pills. And I mean, they really all didn't have any reasons to do everything they were upset about, they brought upon themselves. I mean, just the lying and the antics and just being bad people brought it on themselves. So when I had to watch them be like sad and like hurt and I need to get the pills, I mean, I just couldn't care for it, because I'm like, you brought this on yourself. Why do you feel like this? You're such a heartless person when it comes to other people. Now you have time, when it turns around, it comes back to you. Like, sis, I don't care. I don't care. I'm sorry. It's just too dramatic at some points. I'm like, sis, no, I can't do it. And the last thing I put on this list about the plot, the 5-year gap at the end of the story. I told you I hate the part where they leave it to be exposed at the very end. And then I hate when dramas do this. It doesn't matter the drama. I hate when they do this so freaking much. I hate it so much. But they don't see each other, they break up, whatever, and then it's up. They say the next scene is 5 years later. I mean, not 1 year, not 2, but fucking 5 years had to go by for this shit to go under the bridge, or they would be okay with seeing each other again. I don't know. I just feel like it was too much. I mean, it didn't really do anything. They didn't really show us. I mean, Joy's an architect now, and Shion is got an art gallery now. And it's just like, this could have been done in 1.5 years, 2 years at the max. And at the end of that, when at the final scene in the drama, they hug each other like, oh, it's nice to see you again. Like, what does that even mean? Are they back together? Are they just gonna be friends? I mean, what does that mean? Like, why couldn't they tell us that? Like, this drama left too many unanswered questions for me, and I just was not a fan of that at all. So next, to get a little bit lighter in the conversation, because I know I sound like I'm dragging on this drama, I know, but let's talk about the chemistry of the characters. I love the chemistry between Joy and Do-hwan. Their characters, even though they get on my nerves a lot, them as just actors and their chemistry, it was really great. They had a lot of good kissing scenes, a lot of good like couple moments that I really appreciated, and it was much better than dramas. Joy's past drama, I felt like it was just, that drama was so much like, oh my god, we touched fingertips, you know. And this drama was more like adult type of stuff, like they're in college, they're adults, this is what happens, this is not this is not no G-rated movie. Like, I don't understand why we have to beat around the bush about certain topics. So I really enjoyed that part of the drama. The three friends, I did feel they had a good connection with each other as actors. Their scenes in the earlier beginning were nice to see how friends are with each other, but like I said, I just didn't care for the characters in general, their friendship. Like, I just feel like it was toxic for all of them and nothing good came out of it. So yeah, that's how I felt. So overall, I will say, I know it sounded like I hated this drama, but I did really enjoy this drama. At the beginning, I was so eager to wait for the next episode. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna last a week waiting for the next episode. I was like, I should have just waited until the whole thing is over so I can watch it. But yeah, I was fine. I have I don't know what I just said a couple seconds ago, but I watch all my dramas on Drama Fever, and I was looking for new ways to watch it so I can watch it earlier than when it was able to be put on here. And I was just like, oh, I just can't do it. I can't do it. Drama. And the first few episodes were so good. It just made me love it so much. And then it got towards the end, and it was just really like, oh my goodness, like, what are we even doing here? Like, it was a drag to watch and sit through the episode without having to pause it a couple times, just because I was like, I can't with the dramatics. It was like, definitely though, like I said, enjoyed Shiyoung's the actor that played him, Do-hwan, and Soo-young's performance. I really enjoyed that. I'm definitely going to be checking out their next dramas that they get into. Yeah, and like I said, I know it sounded like I hate this show, but I didn't. I did really enjoy watching it. I do recommend people to watch it. If you watched this, you probably already seen it for yourself, but if you didn't, go watch it for yourself. I didn't really talk about half the things that happen, really. It's so much drama and stuff that goes on in this one, so I definitely recommend people to watch it. So my rating for Tempted will be a 7.5 out of 10. I definitely enjoyed it. It's not the worst drama I've ever seen, hands down, by far. It's definitely not the worst one. But yeah, it definitely has some things it could fix. I know the writing was a little messy at some points, but I did enjoy it. So yeah. On that note, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, share this video, like, and comment if you want. You can follow me on my Twitter and my Instagram. I will put those in the description below. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Bye.